What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Ricky Bowden, and today I'm going to talk about AIT. My last two videos, I had a part 1 and part 2 about my experience in basic training, but now I'm going to talk about my experience in advanced individual training, otherwise known as AIT. Actually, I have my platoon shirt from AIT way from 2010. I was definitely an Alpha Gator. I was a 68 whiskey and I went to school, Fort Sam Houston. I was a part of class 1310. We were the 13th class in 2010. This story is a little bit interesting. My journey is a little different than a lot of people's journey as far as it comes from coming to basic, going to AIT, going to a unit. I graduated basic early July of 2010 and we head to Fort Sam Houston. When you first get to Fort Sam Houston during that time, because now they have all new barracks and it's like it looks like a freaking hotel compared to what we actually lived in. But at that time, you get there and you report to Golf Company. Now, Golf Company was the reception company. It was the company you came into when you first got there, and then you stayed there for, for us, we stayed there for a weekend. Because we got there on a Friday and the classes didn't start until Monday. We stayed at Golf Company for the whole weekend. We didn't do much in Golf Company. There was no PT or anything like that. We were there, we ate lunch and we went to breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They had like a basketball court and stuff like that under the CTA, so people played basketball and just did different things like that for the weekend until your company came and picked you up to ship. Now at that time, you didn't know what company you were gonna be in. They called names, and when they called names, you just lined up where they told you to line up with all your stuff. I got screwed again because, as I said in my last video, my wife bought me a bunch of bags of basic to take to AIT. So guess what I had to do? I had to carry all those bags from Golf Company to Alpha Company, which was probably about three blocks down, but that's a long way when you got a bunch of military bags and you're trying to carry. We get there, like I said, and we just kind of chill out for the weekend. Okay, Monday comes, early Monday morning, the platoon sergeants come and pick everybody up. There's prospective classes up, and we head out, and I'm carrying all these bags and I'm tired, and I'm like, oh man, why does she bring all these freaking bags? So the first thing we do is they line us up, and then they start to do something that was similar to shark attack, and I'm like, wait a minute, I just went through all this, now why am I going through this again? I was really upset. I was like, wow, really? Shark attack again in AIT? Like, we're done with basic. Like, why are we doing this kind of crap again? We had to do it again, put our bags over our heads and blah, 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 and drop and do push-ups and this, that, and the third, and hurry up. And you need to hurry up and do this and hurry up and do that. So we did all that, right? We get checked in to our barracks, blah, blah, blah. As a matter of fact, they picked us up on a Sunday. They did pick us up on a Monday. We got picked up on that Sunday and did all that stuff because we had class Monday. So anyway, they do all that stuff, they smoke us, and I'm like, I'm pissed because I'm thinking, oh, that's over because I'm out of basic training, and no, it wasn't. So we go to this DFAC. Throughout my whole Army career thus far, this is probably the worst DFAC, sanitation-wise, that I've seen. The food was all okay. If you put your plate down to go get something to drink, you better put a napkin or something over it because it was fly city. And we go to class. They pass out these books. I wanted to have the book to show you because I still have it. It's packed away in my stuff somewhere. But it's the book they give you, the EMT book they give you. There's phases when you're a combat medic. So when you're in school, you start out the first, I want to say it's the first 3 or 4 weeks. It's straight EMT class. So you're working to become a nationally registered EMT. So they give you a book and it's thick. It's one of the thickest books, and you're going through like 100 pages a day, and you got to remember all this doggone information because you don't have that much time. Because in a normal world, if you go and get your EMT license, it takes 6 months to get your EMT license. But as it relates to that, they had to cram it all in 4 weeks. This was your options in medic school: sleep or study. Period. Those are your only choices. If you chose sleep, then your grades suffered. If you studied, you were tired as heck in class the next day, but you knew the material. When you took tests, you were good to go. We get, I want to say, halfway through the EMT portion of the course, and I'm not doing so well. My grades are sucky. I failed a test or two. I'm on academic probation. I'm staying after getting extra help, retaking tests, and I was just struggling. I was not doing well at all. So I was kind of on the fence there. To be honest, the reason why it was that way is because I had never done anything in the medical field. So all that stuff was foreign. It was like Chinese arithmetic to me. Like, it was crazy. Like, I didn't understand any of the terms. I just didn't get it. Like, I wasn't a medical guy. I never did. I've never done anything medical. So I'm gonna take you back in the time machine in MEPS when I talked to the career counselor. They told me this is the way they sold 68 whiskey to me. It's healthcare specialist. You'll probably be working in a hospital or something like that. It's a really good job. And then I found out later in my career that MEPS is a bunch of bullcrap, and I'm gonna tell you why later on. We're sitting in class and they show us this video. And this is the monumental video of my freaking Army career. They show us this video, convoys just rolling along, people getting blown up. It was the craziest video I've ever seen. And that sergeant turned that video out and said, "Listen here, soldiers, I know your freaking recruiter told you that you're gonna be freaking healthcare specialist, you're gonna freaking be working in the hospital and all that, but they lied to you. This is what you're gonna be doing. You're gonna be on the front freaking line. As soon as you graduate, you're going to Afghanistan, you're gonna be doing this, and you're gonna be picking up legs and arms, and this is what you're gonna be doing, soldier. You're gonna be basically an infantryman with a medical bag." And I'm looking at everybody like, what the world did this man just say? So I'm looking crazy, you hear me? I'm looking crazy as can be. I'm like, this is not what I signed up for. I did not sign up for this. This is a combat MOS. I told them at MEPS that I don't even want a combat MOS. Okay, my GT score was, what, I think it was 109. So I had options. I was 31 years old. I wasn't coming in to be G.I. Joe. I'm not finna sit here and play the game like I came in to be G.I. Joe and all that. That wasn't my plan. On top of seeing that video, I'm already sucking. My grades are sucking, and my body's starting to break down a little bit from basic training, from all the running we did in basic, and I did not have the proper shoes. And of course in basic, you know, you have no say-so over what you wear, or what you can have, or any of that. Basically, because I had the wrong shoes, it messed up my feet, and then my knees. And I'm 31 years old now at this time, so I'm in my mid-30s, and I'm coming straight off the couch, so to speak. Straight off the couch to 6-mile runs and 4-mile runs, and never ran that far in my life ever, even when I was a teen. So my body was starting to break down there, and I was, going to get treated and things of that nature. It was a time in my career that when I look back on it, I thought I wasn't gonna make it. I thought I wasn't gonna make it in the Army. I thought my career was gonna end there at Fort Sam Houston. So as time went along, I still wasn't doing well, and then seeing that video didn't help. And when I saw that video, I was like, you know what, I can't do this job. I can't do this job. Like, this is not what I want to do. I was already failing, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna make sure I fail. I just abracadabraed every test from there on out. Just abracadabra, all the way down. I was like, screw it. You know what I mean? And plus, I wouldn't have been a good medic, because that wasn't what I was destined to be. That wasn't something that I was supposed to be doing. So I believe in life that everything happens for a reason. So we get there, and we have the counselor with the first sergeant. He counseled us one time before when we were on the verge, when we were on probation, and then this last counseling was to say, hey, all right, you guys fail. Do you want to be recycled, or do you want to reclass? So they gave us that option. Do you want to recycle with another, or do you want to be reclassed? And I hurried up and said reclass. I said, I'll reclass. I want to reclass. So long story short, the first sergeant talks to us, and everybody, you hear all the grumblers, everybody saying, well, they're going to send y'all to infantry. When you fail out of the AIT, you go straight to 11 Bravo and all this kind of stuff. And, people got all these things to say. So what happens is, once you fail, you no longer go to school anymore. You stay back and you do a bunch of details. So we're cutting grass and clipping trees and picking up trash and sweeping sidewalks. And we did that for about a good week or two. And then after that, you're withdrawn from. I was actually withdrawn from Alpha Company. And then went down to a company they called, Hotel Company. So Hotel Company was a company full of people that failed out of the medic course, all the courses on Fort Sam Houston. They were AIT failures, basically. So you can imagine what type of characters were in Hotel Company. I could do a whole video on the crap I seen in Hotel Company by itself, but I'm not. So you go to Hotel Company. I was in Hotel Company for about a good 2 or 3 weeks. And Hotel Company, like I said, we just did a bunch of details, but we were off by like 1 o'clock every day. You know, like everybody was still in class, and you know, we was at Burger King drinking milkshakes and watching ESPN while people were still in class. And all of us were awaiting our next assignment. And we used to go, you know, we went to the gym and we did different things. We still did PT sometimes. But we didn't have cadre went home at night. So we were all there by ourselves that night. And they came in the morning. So we were always there that night by ourselves. And stuff happened, but a lot more could have happened and it just didn't. From hotel company, everybody got their orders came down for their next MOS and all this kind of stuff. But before the orders came down from the MOS, you did get an opportunity to, they ran your numbers again, just like at MEPS, and then the jobs came back. And when I looked at my list, I had all kind of jobs that I wasn't offered at MEPS, like drone operator, I had air traffic control, I had 25 Victor, I had 25 Romeo, I had 25 Bravo, and I was like, they ain't even offer me none of this at MEPS. They offered me all this crap. So anyway, long story short, we did our wish list, and I picked 25 Romeo was my top, 25 Victor was my second, and I want to say drone operator was my third choice. And I ended up getting 25 Victor, which is what I am today, combat documentation / production specialist, which is where I'm supposed to be. Anybody that knows me and has seen my work know that I was destined to be what I am today. I did fail an AIT. I did fail AIT, but that wasn't the end of me. That wasn't the end of my journey and the end of my career. I was able to find success later after even failure. So if there's anybody out there who's going through a rough time in AIT right now, I don't know how the rules are now. They may be different. I think they are different. I think if you fail now, I think it's a wrap. I think everything that happened to me was destined to happen because I ended up right where I needed to be and right in a place that went hand in hand with my mentality and my skill set. Be looking out for the next video. I'm going to talk about part 2 of my AIT story, but this is about the Fort Meade version. But again, thanks for watching. Please, please, please like, subscribe, share. If you know somebody who's going through the same thing maybe that I went through, even if they're at Sam Houston or any AIT, have them watch this video. It's not over. Things can get better from here, but you can't just give up. You have to continue to press forward. So thanks again, and I'll see you guys on the next video.
Hey, look, when I step off in the club, I refuse to buy the bar. I ain't got that kind of money, but I'm cleaner than your car.